Okay, not much time today. And this is a good thing because this is not a actual video with actual content. It's more just sort of a mix of different things that are going on. And the first one is a buddy of mine here in Alberta, Earl Silverman. You might remember him. I mentioned that in another video that he runs a support service called Family of Men here in Alberta, and he operates the only domestic violence shelter for men in this country. And he appeared, he was interviewed on a news sort of current events show called Alberta Primetime last night, and I wanted to leave the link in the low bar to that episode, and just direct anybody to go and have a look at it and see what's what with our issues being portrayed in the media with somebody who's actually speaking for them. And also, if there is any way that you can get in touch with Alberta Primetime through their contact page. I know that they don't have comments on the page where the video is posted, but if any of you feel so inclined, please write in and let them know that this is the kind of thing that you really like to see, or you would like to see more coverage of these issues. So there's that. And also, while you're at it and clicking around over this, do not forget that if you have a few pennies to rub together, Earl and his house are still one brick short of a full load, and they could really use your donations. And I'm going to leave the link to the Family of Men donation page down in the low bar as well. This guy, he built the house. He operates it pretty much all on his own. He operates Crisis Line, has for 20 years. And he does not get any government money, so this house is operated strictly through private donations, and so he could really use all the help he can get, at least until the Human Rights Commission decides to maybe grant him a sex discrimination hearing, possibly, which I believe he's fighting that all the way to the Supreme Court of Alberta, just for the right to a hearing on being discriminated against by the government. So, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous that he's just getting bogged down in bureaucracy and just being given the runaround, and any help he can get would be much appreciated. So, first to go watch the video, then click over to the donation page, hit the button, and, I don't know, turn yourselves upside down, shake yourselves, see what falls out of your pockets, and throw it his way. So, anyhow, that's thing number one. Thing number two is this baby right here. And this I received in the mail in a probably what I would describe as an avalanche of packing peanuts from Harry Crouch at NCFM. I guess it's made out of glass, not lucite, so he hence the plethora of peanuts. But it is the 2012 Award of Excellence for Promoting Gender Fairness in the Media, almost every year by NCFM. I guess in 2010 they did not find someone they believed merited the award, but I'm certainly extremely honored to receive it, especially when I consider the kind of company that I'm keeping, as far as who the recipients in the past have been. Kathy Young, Wendy McElroy, Tom Likas, Mark Rudolph, John Stossel, Barbara Kay. These are all fairly big recognizable names in mainstream media, and I'm just sort of a random little YouTuber, but apparently when Harry nominated me, the board of directors voted unanimously to give me this award, and I wanted to say that, thank you so much for honoring me like this, and that I am extremely honored to be recognized, and I hope that we just get better and better and better every year, that the competition to actually be awarded something like this improves, year by year, so that you never have a year like 2010 where there's just really nobody that you can think of that deserves it. So just, yeah, thanks so much, Harry. Thanks, NCFM. And for all of my viewers, do what my fridge tells you and join, because they definitely deserve your support. And they do a ton of great but often boring, tedious, frustrating work, and they definitely deserve the support of anybody who cares about these issues. So, and it's not very expensive at all. I think it's only $35 a year. So go join. Do it. Okay, next thing. I was thinking of starting a campaign. Let me know if you feel like it, and I will try and get the contact info down into the low bar for you. But I would really, really, really love it if we could get about 5,000 or maybe even 10,000 people who are willing to shoot off a quick email to the CEO of Norton Symantec or Symantec or Symantec or whatever it's called, the makers of Norton Antivirus and Norton Safe Browsing Software, who, in their Wi-Fi services for franchise businesses, apparently probably some middling person, some middling, data entry person with feminist leanings, decided that it would be a good idea to list a whole bunch of men's rights websites, including NCFM.org and voiceformen.com, as hate sites and blocking access. So when you pull into I don't know, Malaysian Satay Noodle House or whatever kind of franchises you have down there in the U.S., because I don't know what they are. You people are weird down there. You don't even have Tim Hortons. What's wrong with you? Anyhow, you drive into those places and you log into your Wi-Fi, you try and access a Voice for Men, and it won't let you go there. It pops up a screen. It says, that site's been blocked as it is a known hate site, and courtesy of Norton. And I don't know what they think. I don't know what these people think they're going to accomplish. Because, this is not like back when it was just the suffragettes and the people who were, saying, what the hell are these ladies on about? They're kind of nutty and they're not telling the truth. And, none of it's like that anymore, okay? There's no actual bookstore that they can picket, right? And intimidate the one person who's in charge of writing down the books that they want to order and stock on the shelves, and so that those books that those women don't want seen don't get on those shelves. That's not how the internet works. And how else the internet doesn't work? I can go anywhere I want. I go to like the donut shop and it blocks me, right? And if I'm clicking over from some other place and it's like, oh, this article this person sent me to go read, it's on a hate site. I'm really curious now. I'm going to go when I get home and check, right? When I get home and my browser is the way I want it, and I won't even have some rabid feminist like that one at the U of T protest screaming, "You are fucking scum," in my face while I do it. See, that's not how the internet works. I can go wherever I want, and I can look at whatever I want, and as long as it's there, right, then I can access it. So all they're doing, the way this medium works, all they're doing is drawing attention and curiosity of people who don't know about A Voice for Men, or NCFM.org, or antimisandry.com, or any of the other 10 or so websites that we know about, that have been blocked, that access has been blocked as it is a known hate site. And it doesn't even say according to who, right? So it's just known, right? If you say it often enough, it'll be true. So, oh my goodness. Anyhow, so I don't want anybody to write in and complain. Paul Elam definitely doesn't want anybody to write in and complain to Norton about this. He wrote a nice thank you note to them in an open letter on avoiceformen.com, and you guys can go and read it if you haven't already. And what I'm proposing is to have as many of you guys as possible also pen a brief thank you note thanking Norton for the extra attention that listing us as a known hate site and blocking access to our websites will get us from the general public. And see if we can't ruffle a few feathers. So let me know in the comments if you think it's a good idea, and if there's enough people who want to do this, then I will definitely see if I can't dig up an email address for you guys to contact and post it right there where you can get it easily. So anyhow, that's number 3. Okay, number 4 is I was kind of turned on to a movie, a documentary, when the producer of this documentary contacted me after he saw, it was a year ago or more, after he saw Feminism and the Disposable Male, and he just wrote me a very brief, very nice message, and, you know, said something about his films, and I went and I Googled him, and I found this film, Guilty Until Proven Innocent. The filmmaker, the producer is Jenks Morton, and he does a lot of documentary films dealing with black issues, but not exclusively black issues. So the whole problem of fatherlessness is, you know, when America gets a cold, the black community gets pneumonia, you know, so fatherlessness is a bigger problem in the black community than it is anywhere else, but it affects the entirety of the Western world at the moment. And in another care package from Harry at NCFM, I received an actual copy of this documentary, Guilty Until Proven Innocent, and I just watched it today. And it was kind of a very, very painful thing to watch. Informative, but definitely not something that I would have handed my boyfriend to watch a month after his ex cut off contact with his daughter. Just definitely very, very emotionally wrenching, and you know, it's really nice that there are people who are talking about it and making documentaries about it and stuff. But and I would recommend that everybody look it up or recommend it. Link to Jenks Morton's Iago Entertainment website through your groups and your Facebook pages and stuff, because a lot of his films have to do with black men or fathers, right? So, but one thing that I noticed, and this is what gave me a laugh, right? So I'm kind of in this state of horror watching these interviews with these fathers, and you know, sort of this, you're in this really raw emotional state as you're watching it, and then State Delegate Jill Carter of Maryland, she shared a little anecdote from the state legislature regarding Bill 956, which was passed committee in 2004 and was sent up to the House for a vote. And she relayed what happened. This is where I burst out laughing. You know, you're just sitting here, just completely, you know, split wide open from the emotional stories of these men, and then all of a sudden you see something that's just so unbelievably cynical and absurd at the same time that all you can do is laugh. Now, Bill 956 was a bill that would introduce a rebuttable presumption of shared custody in divorce when both parents are fit. And yeah, as I said, it passed committee, and it was sent up to the House for a vote, and yeah, the bill passed committee, and it hit the legislature floor, and nobody could vote on it because the Women's Caucus pulled every female out of that room, and they could not have a vote with so many missing people. So the women simply refused to vote on it. They refused to, they blocked the passage of a bill by throwing a hissy fit and refusing to vote on it. So the Women's Caucus and those ladies on the floor of the state legislature in Maryland, those must be all those straw feminists that I hear about. You know, the ones that insist that 85% of custody going to mothers is actually a patriarchal norm, and it's actually an example of misogyny because it means that society sees caregiving and childcare as women's work, and that feminists are fighting against this horrible, horrible stereotype that negatively impacts women and that is misogynistic and sexist against women. Yeah, I'm wondering how they found so many people made out of straw in business suits and skirts and high heels to actually do this, to actually put the kibosh on a bill that has passed committee right at the vote, right at the point where it's going to be voted on, just to walk out of the room so that the vote can't happen and block the bill that way. I'm amazed that straw feminists can get so much accomplished. So anyhow, that was just the one moment of levity and I'll probably be mentioning that in a few of my discussions, and any of you would be recommended to mention it yourselves whenever you get accused of attacking straw feminists, because apparently they're all made of straw. You know, nobody light a match. So anyhow, I found that really, really funny in an otherwise very, very sad documentary. And but the documentary itself had a number of proposals for legislation that people could propose to your legislature, that this change be made, that change be made. And it was very much worth watching, and I'll definitely be looking into some of Jenks Morton's other films, and I will link to Iago Entertainment's page, or his maybe his IMDb page, IMBD. You know what I mean. That page down in the low bar, so you can go check him out. Anyone who hasn't watched Guilty Until Proven Innocent should probably watch it, because it's definitely worth the hour or so that I spent watching it and folding laundry today. So I guess that's probably it for me. So anyhow, just to recap, big thank you, and I'm honored to NCFM for giving me the Excellence in Media Award. And please go and watch Earl Silverman interviewed on Alberta Primetime, and then share that link as far and wide as you can, as well as the link to the donate page at Family of Men. And yeah, anybody who wants to take part in a email campaign to thank Norton CEO Steve Bennett for allowing one of his drones to block our men's rights websites. Oh, mensrightsedmonton.com is also one of the blocked sites, the hate sites. So, anybody who wants to participate in that, just let me know in the comments, and if I get, a hand, even a dozen people who want to do that, I will definitely try and provide contact info that you can send an email off to. And yeah, definitely look up Jenks Morton and watch Guilty Until Proven Innocent, which I'm wishing that I had watched, a long time ago. So, and I guess that's it for me for today. Hopefully I will have either a good rapey video out in a week or so, or maybe a part 3 response to Danielle Paradis' half-assed little rebuttal to Eric's proposition. So you can watch for that, but it'll be a while. It'll be at least 4 days anyway, so before I upload something else. So until then, I will see you all later. Bye.